Yes.
Sharif?
Yes.
Chairperson Brown?
Yes. We will now have public comments on agenda and non-agenda items. Mr. Robert Ray.
Thank you, Robert Ray Compton. I'm really surprised you folks didn't give Volunteers of America even some discussion. They had millions of dollars for resources they were going to use for the city of Compton. On the agency, you've got 2 items. Don't make this political. Let's keep the business going to the city and pass these 2 items. Also, I want to talk about our election coming up. The filing closes on January 23rd. Our rules say you must have been a resident in the city of Compton by December 23rd, 30 days prior. There are questions as to where some candidates are living, in the city or in the district. And the city clerk closes on the 23rd. Hopefully within a couple of days, she will be able to provide a list of all the candidates and their addresses. And when that is available, I'm going to get a copy, and I am personally going to start verifying addresses. If people are registered in 2 different cities, they're going to be in trouble. If they do not physically live at the address where they say they live, they're going to be in trouble. We've gone through this too many years, too long. It's created too many problems and questions, and I, for one, am going to look into it. I did turn in my paperwork today. I've paid my money to be on the ballot. I am legal. I live where I say I live. But for those who do not live where they say they live, they're going to have to pay. Thank you.
David Irons, City of Compton. When I was in the 8th grade, I learned Shakespeare. I still do Shakespeare. And as a Shakespeare speech, you mocked my gains and laughed at my losses. And this is what people do. If I told you I drew houses, you'll say, so what? Yeah, but I say if I failed, you'll start laughing. That's how people are. If it would feed nothing else, it would feed my revenge. I learned that speech in the 8th grade and still remember it. And I still argue with Shakespeare in me. So I was taught to speak at an 8th grade level. When I listen to you up here, I don't understand what you're saying. I don't understand because the words I use, an 8th grader could understand. If he cannot understand what I say, he's not going to the right school. Now, back to that marijuana, I don't have that much time, but it costs too much money to grow weed in your house because you got a fake sun in there. The suns have that thing spinning. The deeper the dirt, the higher the plant. People grow stuff inside the house in little bitty pots like this. You cannot get a tall plant out of a little bitty pot like this. And then 6 plants, you cannot determine whether it's a girl or a boy until maybe 3 months later. I've been growing weed since 1975, so I've been doing it. But every time I do, somebody steal my plant.
Good evening. My name is Benjamin Holyfield, and I'm the president of the Compton Business Chamber of Commerce. And just let me say this to those of you who are talking economic development and so forth. I think that's a myth. It's a myth on your part because the first thing you have to do is clean up. You cannot have a ghetto look and expect to make millions. An example, right now you're building the Walmart. It's being built. Have you been by there? Have you really been by some of that encampment of the homeless and et cetera, et cetera? Have you been by that bridge that the council member was talking about? All you have to do is enforce, check it every day. Total get a look. I also was at the boxing event, by the way. That's what the city needs. That's the only program in the city where the youth are safe, clean, and friendly in an area. And they project it and they enjoy it. We had the gardening program there, second to none. And yet, some of you are missing. And when we talk about the youth, we talk about crime. Chicago is very bad because of the ghetto looks. People are dying every day, every minute, because it looks like it. It draws negativity. It draws all the killings. And that's what's happening in Compton, in every district. In my district, I'm from the 3rd district, shooting the other night behind all this graffiti and so forth. And yet we talk. And then we're not really interested. I understand politics. We talk a good game, but we're not really interested in what the people are talking about. I've been here for over 55 years. So you see, I've been through it. And we're going to have to begin to really, we're talking about business and the streets look so bad. We're going to have a moratorium on this ghetto look in the city of Compton. That's the first thing you got to do. Each district, all someone has to do is just drive down the street. Thank you.
Limbourne, City of Compton. The power of the city is vested in the city council, the entire council, not one person. That's each council person and the mayor. So when one person sits up here and rants and raves because the rest of you don't go along with it, please don't take it to heart. We have a city attorney, and there is a city ordinance which states how long a council person has to speak here, but he never enforces it. And like the ban on marijuana, whenever it passes, I do not want to put my life or anyone else's life here in the city of Compton in the hands of the city attorney. So I think the next time you have a discussion on that, I really feel that the sheriff should be involved with this, because they are the ones that are out here on the street, and they are the ones that's going to enforce it. And the other thing that I want to say, the citizens really appreciated tonight not hearing ignorance is bliss, or we have the welfare mentality, or the citizens have the paycheck to paycheck mentality. We really appreciated not hearing that tonight, although I know they came very close to saying that. So with that, I want to bid you a good night and see you next week. Oh, and to your event on the 13th. I picked up my invitation. What is it? Black is gold, or gold is black, or something? That you and Tana give me.
Black and gold.
Black and gold. Okay. Thank you.
Second. Director Zarita?
Yes.
McCoy?
Yes.
Sharif?
Yes.
Chairperson Brown?
Yes.
Item number 2 under new business is a resolution of the Board of Directors of the Successor Agency to the Community Redevelopment Agency of the City of Compton, rescinding any and all prior resolutions concerning authorized signatures on certain accounts and authorizing certain persons as authorized signatories on the same accounts.
Is there a motion on the item?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Councilperson Zarita?
No.
McCoy? Yes. Sharif?
Yes.
Mayor, Chairperson Brown?
Yes.
is a resolution of the Board of Directors of the Successor Agency to the Community Redevelopment Agency, authorizing the investment of monies in the local agency investment fund of the state of California and taking certain actions in connection and updating the list of authorized persons.
So moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion?
Just one comment. You know, I don't believe you should be adding anybody new to signing checks until this embezzlement investigation is closed. Thank you.
Any additional discussion?
Excuse
me.
Are we adding or removing? Adding. I don't see the removing in the resolution at all.
Because the person's name's not on it anymore.
So you took it out before it was approved by the council?
It's already been on, your existing resolution has that person named. The resolution that you have on there, their name is not on there because they're no longer with us, and we're adding Ralph's name on there.
Well, I don't think you should be adding anybody until this investigation is closed. You have, it says you need one signature from each department. You already have 2 from the treasurer's office and you have 3 from the controller's office. Why would you add a new person to signing checks for the people's money and there's an open federal investigation for embezzlement?
First of all, you're not reading the item that's on the agenda. That has nothing to do with, this has to do with investing in LAIF, Local Agency Investment Fund.
Same thing, signing checks, signing bank.
There's no checks. Councilwoman, you can't tell me how to do my elected job, okay? There is no signatures for this. This is investing in the Local Agency Investment Fund. There's no checks.
But you are adding a new person.
I'm
That's
adding,
what this resolution for, is to add a new person in our investments. And you have an open federal investigation on embezzlement. Thank you.
as I stated again, this is deleting that person off and adding a person that is existing in my office, period. End of discussion.
That's what I just said.
You didn't say that.
Roll call?
Councilperson Zarita.
No.
Director Zarita. McCoy.
Yes.
Sharif.
Yes.
Chairperson Brown.
Yes.
Your director's comments.
Director Zarita?
No, thank you.
Director McCoy?
No.
Director Sharif?
No, thank you. No.
May we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Roll call?
Director Zarita.
Yes.
McCoy.
Yes.
Sharif.
Yes.
Chairperson Brown.
Yes.